Today we're going to learn a pattern, Felix.
Welcome to the 2025 Inktober Labyrinth Tangle Journey. I've created a toolkit with the templates, step outs, and beginner resources. Grab it with the link below. And if you want all the details about how this journey works, watch our intro video inside the playlist. I'll leave the link in the description and in the comments.
And let's take a close look at the step out. Now this is called a graph pattern, and we're going to start with step number 1 with drawing some dots. So let's get started. I like to start off with my pencil just because these dots are really important. And if they're not placed in the right place, then I might not have room to draw the pattern in the small box. So I want to make sure that my first row has starts somewhere like that, and then we're gonna do 3 dots. Try to keep it equal, and then I'm going to come over to the other side and I'm going to do the same thing, keeping it and then matching this up. Now I'm going to pick up my contrasting color, which helps us identify which step is a new step. That is how we tell with the Zentangle method. So I'm going to put it on the dot. And then I'm going to put these in the center here. And 3. So now, while we go over to step 2, take your black pen and draw those dots while I show you the next step. So this is a pattern that you want to stay focused. That's again, allow yourself some space from the edge on both sides, make them even. Okay, so now that's a little uneven, but it doesn't have to be perfect because this is art. This is drawing, but we want to kind of get into the area of it, but it'll work. So now what we're going to do is, let me show you. We're going to draw a straight, in the center, we're going to draw a straight line up and down. Zigzag. Let's go. We'll do the same on this row. Yeah, that was a little. Okay, so let's go over here and recreate this with our black pen. There we go. Now let's get ready for the next step. So it's pretty simple. Now we're going to duplicate on the other side. So we're going to come and give us a all right. Now let's redraw that here with our black pen. And we're getting there. One of the things I like about drawing the step outs is I really get a chance to understand the pattern and feel for it. I draw it, I'm drawing it step by step, but actually, we draw it quite a few times to get the step out done. And by the time that's done, we're pretty familiar with the pattern, and we can draw it in our drawing. Okay, so now the next step, it's pretty repetitive, but we're going to turn our paper and we're going to connect the top, middle, and bottom, and it's going to create a design. And that's what's really cool about grid patterns. So we're going to turn our pattern. And going to start here. I'm going to do it down here. This is where it takes some focus and attention. And that's the beauty of Zentangle, to be able to give us the relaxation time. So there you go. Now, it's just pretty much, we're going to come over here and recreate that. What I want to do next time, though, is I want to make these slimmer, because we're going to put something in here. So I want these to be bigger next time. So don't jump ahead of me. And let's see if we can get that happening. So I've got oops. I kind of want this to be like that. It'll blend in. Okay, so I'm going to make these a little thinner. And see what happens, because I want to open the space in the middle. And that's what I mean about drawing the pattern. After you get this a couple of times, you know, and this works, but I'm not going to be able to get a pattern in here that I'd like to show you how to do. So we'll try and make these a little bit thinner. And see what happens. So that's what you want to play with too, because you can play around with the with this design and get a lot of different kinds of effects. Okay, so I'm going to turn this. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep it thin. Not as fat as the other one. Then I'm going to come here. And then I'm going to put one here. See, we opened up. Now we have the star in the center. There we go. That's the shape it's kind of the shape we wanted. And now the next step is to or draw a parallel line around the star. Slowly take your time. So you can see with some practice too, you can vary what's going on here. And by the width and how you draw your lines, that comes with practice. Now you might be looking at this and saying, gee, the lines look a little scrawny. There's a few little squiggles here and there, but when you start building it out, it will with shading and coloring and your finishing techniques, that kind of goes away. So the next thing that we're suggesting with this pattern is in these spaces here, we're going to put a couple of orbs. Okay, and we're going to fill, I'm going to turn it. I'm gonna do that on this side. Looks like it might even want 4. Some of them do, and some of them don't. So you be the artist. This is basically giving you the pattern so that you can recreate this in a future date. This is a 4x6 card that I'm working on. I'm also working on a stencil. When in November, I'm going to do a whole series on my materials and supplies. And so I will be showing you how I organize my my tangles, my tangle patterns, and give you a few different variations so that you can find the system that works best for you. And because if you're going to take Zentangle seriously, you're going to learn a lot of patterns, and you'll want to be able to have a catalog of your, especially your favorite patterns, and be able to access that, and then be able to decide to pull out the step out so that you can recreate the pattern when you want to. So that concludes. Well, we want to put in here that Sabine Abel is the creator of this pattern and step out. Thank you, Sabine. We have copyright permission to use these patterns. So in case you were wondering. Okay. So that is Felix.
If you enjoyed today's Tangle, grab the Inktober Labyrinth Toolkit. It includes the template, step out, supply list, and beginner-friendly resources to make this journey easy. And if you'd like accountability and support, join our Creators Art Lab community, where we draw together every week during the month of October. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss a daily tangle. Thanks for drawing with me today. I'll see you in the next video.